What's up, everybody? DStyleBoxing here. Thanks to those joining me live and to those that are joining me on archive. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Thumbs up the video. Hit the notifications button. So you can get notification when DStyle comes on live. Check it out. The title you see is correct. George Foreman has called out Steven Seagal to a fight. Very random. George Foreman, as we know, is old as shit, and so is Seagal. But I don't know if anybody wants to see these guys' fights, but nonetheless, he's challenging him to a fight. Okay? He's saying, I'm going to fight just one more time. It's hand-to-hand combat. He says he'll use boxing, and Seagal can use whatever he wants. Okay? In fact, this is the tweet. Steven Seagal, I challenge you one-on-one. I use boxing. You can use whatever. 10 rounds in Vegas. Big George is challenging Steven Seagal to a fight. All right. I don't even know what to think about this. I don't think anybody wants to see it, but he's insisting that it's because he's been working on blocking kicks and stuff, and he's insisting that Steven Seagal can fight and all that, and like, oh, believe me, Steven Seagal, he can fight. And, so again, George Foreman, former heavyweight champion of the world, right, is challenging Steven Seagal, the actor, to a fight, 10 rounds in Vegas. He says, I'll use boxing. Steven Seagal can use whatever he wants. And he's also saying he's been working on blocking kicks. Some people are telling him, oh, come on, man. Steven Seagal's been ducking fights for martial artists his whole life. And Foreman says, hey, he'll get paid this time. So maybe he'll get in the ring. Also, somebody sent him a message saying he's an Aikido master, or however you pronounce that martial art. And he says, well, we'll see if it's for real now. This is odd, man. Like, I don't know if this stems from a statement made before that Seagal say something, or is George Foreman just honestly just curious and just wants to fight him? I have no idea. All right. I can't really read much into his tweets. Like it's hard to tell whether George Foreman is being sarcastic. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. All right, but he wants to fight him. All right. All right. I see the comment section. What would happen if they fought? That's the thing, because they're both old as shit. Okay, that's number one. But I do know this. If George Foreman lands, then he will knock Steven Seagal into like another dimension. All right? Like Steven Seagal, I mean, I don't know if anybody's been knocked out like that. Like it's I don't know if Steven Seagal will live. He said he's gonna knock him out into the future or something. Like, I have no idea, but it's not gonna be a good look for him. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't really looked much into Steven Seagal. Can he fight? Like, does Steven Seagal have any like legitimate fighting background of any sort? I know he claims he learned a lot of karate and all this shit in Japan, and he's a master and multiple martial arts. He's a black belt supposedly, and all this. Like, is that true though? Is he really that good? I don't know, because Steven Seagal's has been caught blatantly lying about a lot of things. Okay, he's been caught lying about a lot of things. So I don't know what to believe. Like, and Aikido is one of the most worthless martial arts imaginable. So we know he ain't gonna use that. So I have no idea. I have no idea if this dude could fight. NBT Boxing wants to see Chuck Norris in the mix. All right. Can Chuck Norris, like, he's old too. Like, all these dudes are old, man. Like, I don't know, man. These dudes are so old. Chuck Norris is the type of dude to knock out 80,000 people in Wembley Stadium in front of Carl Frost. But yeah, there you go, guys. Big George. He wants one more fight, and he wants it against Steven Seagal. He'll use boxing. Steven Seagal can use whatever he wants. You know, but it has to be. But he did specify. He said no weapons. It's just hand-to-hand combat. Does Steven Seagal know how to grapple? Does he know any of that? What does Steven Seagal know? Like, I'm just curious here. Of course, nobody believes Steven Seagal is going to take up this challenge. You know, I don't think, but we'll see, man. George did say that Mayweather Promotions has first crack if they want to promote this event. So, all right, okay, Rascal, I hear you. You beat a lot of voodoo gangs, okay. Yeah, he took credit for teaching Anderson Silva how to kick. Yeah. I don't know, man. Well, what do you guys think? All I know is this. Okay, obviously there's so many unknowns. One, I don't know how legitimate Steven Seagal is. Okay, he could be a complete fraud, or maybe he does know some stuff. Who fucking knows? But I also know both dudes are fucking old and out of shape, right? And I also know none of them are whatever they were in their prime, and we don't even know what Steven Seagal was, how good he was. You know, so it's hard to kind of even gauge this fight, and but I just don't know. And will a fight even happen? But all I know is that if George Foreman lands a punch on Steven Seagal, man, it's a wrap. Okay, like that's how hard George Foreman hit. Even if he lands to the body, okay, he lands to the body, it's a wrap, and he will knock this dude out, right? I don't know, man. What happens if George Foreman lands a clean, like straight, right in the face of Steven Seagal? What happens? Can Steven Seagal even withstand the jab from George Foreman, even at this age? I don't think he can. Right? Again, Steven Seagal better have some unbelievable kicks or ground game if he stands a shot in that fight. All right, I'm just going to tell you that right now. Mr. Doc says, if I had to guess, I wager Seagal can beat the crap out of random untrained people, but trained opposition is a completely different animal. Yeah. I don't know. Is George Foreman going to get a heart attack just walking to the ring, though? You see, this is the things we don't know, right? These are the things we don't know. And yes, I agree, Rascal. He'll knock that ponytail off of him. What if Steven Seagal knows some legit ground stuff and he takes George Foreman down? You never know. We just don't know. I don't know what this guy knows. Right? Well, there you go, Dan, man. I look forward to your video about this. And for those that don't believe me, go to George Foreman, go to Twitter, go to his Twitter feed. Unless he's trolling everybody, he's being serious, right? And so we'll see. Well, then again, if Ortiz is on fucking high blood pressure medicine, maybe that motivated George Foreman to get out of retirement. Say, no, this dude's fucking fighting for world titles, with high blood pressure. I can still do this shit. And let me call somebody out, like, Steven Seagal, I'm wondering if it's just a random guy to call out. It's a very random call out. So I don't know, was something said? Did Steven Seagal say something that pissed George Foreman off? Did someone just randomly bring it up at a talk show? Or is this just random? I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'll leave you at that. And what if George Foreman kept Steven Seagal's niece hostage? Maybe Seagal will under siege 2-4. All right, guys. So All I know is that Big George is challenging Steven Seagal. It sounds like either a kickboxing fight or an MMA fight. He's saying he'll use boxing, but he's learning how to block kicks. I don't know what George Foreman at this age is doing, learning how to block kicks. I have no idea what he's doing. Okay, how old is that? I mean, Foreman was 45 when he won the heavyweight championship again. How old is he? Holy shit, he's old. Holy shit. It just hit me like how fucking old he is. But I was thinking like, late 50s. But anyway, I don't know. Who fucking knows, right? I don't know what George Foreman at this age is doing learning how to block kicks. I have no idea. Why did he just randomly, now you want to learn how to block kicks, George? Like really, bro. And now you want to experiment with it. Like, really? And what is Steven Seagal? Like, if Steven Seagal ducks this fight, the dude's a fraud, man. Like, I'm telling you that right now. Right? Who knows what will happen? I don't think the fight happens. But then again, I've said that before, and shit happens. So, Steven Seagal is known. This is the Man Boxing. Steven Seagal is known to piss people off. There was an incident where Jean-Claude Van Damme called him out for a fight at Stallone's party, and Seagal cowered out. He cowered out for freaking Van Damme? And why were they beefing? Why were they going to fight outside Sylvester Stallone's house? You can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up. Like, what? They're just going to get in a fight outside Sylvester Stallone's house. All right. I mean, this is, you can't make this shit up. Anyway. God, man. Maybe Foreman should fight Luis Ortiz. They're both probably like the same age and shit. So anyway, like Van Damme was going to do that whole like fight him blindfold thing, from Bloodsport. He wasn't ready for that. Is Jean-Claude Van Damme, is he legit or is he just an actor? Because this is another guy I never looked into, right? Does he have any legit karate background of some sort, or is he legit, Van Damme? Or just like a ballerina guy or some shit. Jean-Claude Van Damme don't want that work. Well, is Steven Seagal legit? Does anybody know this guy's legit? All the crap I've seen, all the keto shit, that ain't shit. Okay. Does this guy have any legitimate, fighting background, or at least practices an art other than the keto that is legitimate? I don't know. Okay. All I know is that if George Foreman lands a punch in that dude, right, it will not be a pretty sight. Where was the fight, by the way? If Seagal could do whatever he wants, is this an MMA fight? Is it in the cage? Are they going to do it in Bellator? Like where's this shit going to go down? Dan the Man, answer my question. Van Damme has a background in Shotokan karate, I think he said, but he was knocked out by a hotel security guard. Now, was he drunk though? Right? If you got in a fight with a hotel security guard, more likely you were so fucking drunk after having such a great night, right? And he doesn't have his drunken master belt yet, so he can't fight drunk. NBT Boxing says Jean-Claude Van Damme is a true, I believe he meant true, martial artist, even though he got knocked out by a security guard. But maybe he was drunk. Who knows, right? Maybe the security guard was George Foreman working part-time. Who fucking knows? Okay, but with that said, yeah, he was drunk. There you go. Yeah, you don't just randomly get in a fight with a Hotel security guard. You're not drunk. He was on cocaine too. All right. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I don't know how this is going to go down with George Foreman, Seagal. If they were to fight, how many buys? I don't think the thing does more than 200,000 buys. I just don't. But maybe I'm giving people too much credit. I mean, maybe people actually eat this shit up. Do they even get licensed to fight? How old these dudes are? Mr. Doc wants to see a drunken master in the UFC. You're not allowed to drink alcohol before you go to. See, that's the thing. That gives the UFC fighter the advantage. You know, the drunken master can't drink. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. I don't know who's older or what. I just know they're both old as shit. Okay. They did 10. Probably thinks 2,000 buys is 200,000 is too much, but it probably is. Chris Eubank Sr. predicts 8 million pay-per-view buys. Is that for real, or you're throwing a dig at Chris Eubank Sr.? 20,000, yeah, 20,000 will buy it easy. I honestly think it does over 100,000. It's George Foreman, bro, versus Steven Seagal. Like, you know, people are gonna buy it. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna be like a record-breaking amount, but at least 200,000. That's what I think. I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably buy it. I ain't even gonna bullshit. I'll probably buy that shit. I have a feeling though, somehow the challenge is never going to be answered. But if Foreman wants to fight again, who's he going to fucking fight? You see, like, that's the thing. I don't want to see George Foreman fight right now. All right. George Foreman, AJ10 said that he gives first chance to Mayweather Promotions to if they want first crack, they're able to promote. It's in his Twitter. Like, it's. I don't know who will be on the undercard, but I know at least over 100,000 people will buy that fight. It also depends on the price. Like, what if they do it like $29.99 or something like that? You know, people will buy it. Anyways, guys, is the lawyer gonna call out Big George? Shit, this is bad for boxing, quote unquote. Well, it's not gonna be a boxing fight though. It's going to be like, I guess, whatever Steven Seagal wants to do versus Foreman. Foreman will just box, but Foreman said he's been working on blocking kicks. What he's doing blocking kicks at this age, I have no idea, but he's been training blocking kicks. All right? All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.